It's day 11 of the Great Western Adventure, the monologue, where we discuss the highs and the lows of the day. And we started on the east side of Twin Falls today at Anderson Camp. Had a good night's sleep the night before. And the first thing in the morning, well, we headed into Twin Falls proper because we needed to do general housekeeping and car care. We went, got basic grocery items, I think some money from the bank, and bought some clothes at the Goodwill. And I think we stopped at a Dollar Tree to get some other items too. Then it was off to a Jiffy Lube to get the car oil changed. And also they changed the air filter and a few other things, which was most needed. And then our day really kind of started for at least sightseeing. We headed back to the northeast part of Twin Falls. And first thing we did was we went to the wrong side of the canyon where Evel Knievel's jump is, but we did stop where my partner could get out of the car, and she took a video and some pictures off the great bridge that spans the Snake River here. And it's a humongous single arch bridge here. Then we went back to the south bank and headed east to where Shoshone Falls are. Regional park. Admission price was $5 and is definitely not suitable for large RVs. It's a very twisty, narrow road, paved but narrow. There is kind of a tacky souvenir shop and a food stand, which both were open, and bathrooms, which I've seen better days and I've probably smelled better also. But we were here for the falls. And highlight of the trip, massive waterfalls and a balcony that literally leaned over. And yeah, I bet you they lose a lot of cell phones and cameras here because you drop a camera here, it's gone forever. Recent rain that we had, the river was flowing strongly and the falls were pounding hard over the rocks. So it was almost a little scary, to be honest, how high up we were, and just with now the railings were there, and it was a safe thing, but it was definitely, it kind of took your breath away a little bit. We spent about 2 hours there taking pictures and just admiring everything, and then from Twin Falls, we followed the south bank of the Snake River west along the path of the Oregon Trail. And then we tried to visit some fish hatcheries, but they were all closed because of the lockdown. We went up and tried to find Hagerman Fossil Bed National Monument, but kind of hard to find, and I wasn't sure where it was, and the road signs weren't good. So we just had to give up and backtrack to a road that I knew because it was listed on the map to follow west. And we followed that, essentially still the Oregon Trail to south of Glens Ferry and Three Rivers Crossing, where it was a very steep county road down to the river and then across the bridge to the town. And I've done a video on the city park where you camp, but it was just We took a few minutes out of here to just kind of catch our breath and use the bathroom. And then we sort of had to make plans on what we were going to do for the rest of the day, because by this time it was about 3 o'clock or a little later. We decided that instead of the back roads, which are dirt trails, but we could get the Subaru down if we wanted to, that we were just going to take the interstate and follow that up to the eastern edges of Boise, because, well, we're just short of daylight. And we were always within about 10 miles of the Oregon Trail anyway, so that was kind of the compromise we made. Made it up to the east edge of Boise, no problem, and getting hungry at this point, so we were lucky to find a new shopping center that had a brand new Albertsons, and we were able to get quite a good dinner out of the pizza place that was next door. In fact, what we decided to do was we took the snacks from the Albertsons, and as soon as the pizza was done, we just packed it in the car and headed up the state highway into the Boise National Forest to where we were going to camp. And I made a wrong turn. We stayed on the state highway when we should have turned right onto a county road. And I didn't really realize the mistake for about 15 miles. We were able to finally find a Forest Service campground, which was pretty much booked up, but it was for the next day. Thank goodness we landed on Thursday, not a Friday. So we did find a camping spot, and we'll do the review of that in the night video. We also talked to a few people along the way because I was completely lost. We also, during the day, besides that, we did pass several hot springs, and again, we just didn't have time for that. We also saw a few small waterfalls. So, mostly a driving day, but some, Shoshone Falls and Twin Falls was quite interesting, and we were pretty good about following the trail, so I was happy. So that does it for day 11. The news signing off at a very distant campground just south of Idaho City. Wow, we're off track. Bye for now.